Hi everyone, welcome back to Learn English with Erica. Today we're going to be answering 2 questions about food. These questions I used in my classroom here where I teach, and I wanted to use some of the responses of my students to talk about some common mistakes. So first, I'm going to ask you 2 questions and I want you to think about how you would answer these questions, okay? The first question is, what kind of food do you like? What kind of food do you like? And the second question is, do you like American food? Do you like American food? Take a minute and think about those 2 questions, okay? And think, if someone asked you those questions, how would you answer? All right, now I'm going to give you a couple of answers of my students, and we'll talk about what could have been a better, more fluent answer, okay? All of the responses were understandable. So that's the primary goal of learning a new language, so that you can be understood. All of my students were successful in that. So I'm sure that you were too. Sometimes it's just the word order or some words that need to be changed out for another one, okay? So here are some of the responses of my students, and after each one, I will put up a better answer. The first response was, I don't want eat every day a sandwich. I don't want eat every day a sandwich. Okay, what this student was trying to say is, I like sandwiches, but I don't want to eat a sandwich every day. Understandable? Perfectly. The second way is just a better way to say it, okay? Another student said, I prefer my food, rice, beans, tostones, okay? And that answer was perfectly fine. So it said, I prefer, I like better my food, meaning the food from my culture, okay? And that was a perfectly good response. Another student said, I try 2 times Mexican food. I like Mexican food. Okay, I try 2 times Mexican food. Okay, in this case, they could have said, I like Mexican food. I have tried it 2 times, or I tried it 2 times. So this student just needed to change try into the past tense. Another response was, I know eat spicy food. I know eat spicy food. And this is a common mistake in English because if you say I know eat, you're trying to say the opposite of I eat it or I like it. But instead of no, you want to say I don't. I don't like spicy food, or I don't eat spicy food. Okay. And one last question came from my students. I told them, ask me a question about food, or I asked them to ask me a question about food. And one of my students said, are you try them? Are you try them? Okay, and what they really wanted to ask is, have you ever tried them, right? Or did you try them? Okay, so are versus did, right? Are comes from the verb to be, and did comes from the verb to do, right? So they're 2 different verbs, but a lot of students who are learning English make that mistake. So instead of are you try them, maybe did you try them? Or you could say, have you tried them? Okay, if you have any questions about English and you want me to address those questions, feel free to put them in the comments. Otherwise, we will see you next time.